name is Rick Margolis. I have a real estate investment development and lending business. I've been in Malibu for over 20 years. Malibu needs more retail. If you've lived here for any period of time, you know what's happened to Malibu. We've lost services. It's a beautiful project. It doesn't have, I don't know if you've seen the drawings out there. The drawings of La Paz are absolutely beautiful. A lot of landscaping, fits into the environment beautifully. It fits into the development. It's by far the nicest shopping center we've got here in Malibu. And we need the services. We're losing services. We're losing retail all over Malibu. If you've lived here for any period of time, you know no longer can you get a videotape in Malibu unless they happen to be carrying it at the grocery store. You're driving into Woodland Hills or into Westlake or Agora or Santa Monica for just about anything. Slow or no growth cities are the friend of existing landlords. I mean, existing landlords love slow growth communities because you can charge whatever you want in rent. You got a monopoly. And they do. We lost Blockbuster here in Malibu. Blockbuster was willing to pay $5 a square foot a month for that space. It's obscenely high rent for a video store. They're going to pay $4 or $5 a square foot in rent. But the landlord had the ability to charge $8 to $10 a square foot. So what did we get? We lost a video store and we got a wine bar and a bank. We lost a lumber store. We're going to continue to lose things. Landlords will not continue to subsidize rent. We need retail space in Malibu. People in the city talk about the fact that, well, you're going to have a high-end shopping center. How's that going to help the average Joe? We're just going to bring in more high-end retail to Malibu. Well, you have to think about it globally. Malibu is a shopping community. You know, you've got Theodore's, a high-end clothing store in a grocery-anchored shopping center. There's not too many shopping centers anywhere in the country where you can buy a $1,000 sport coat and hamburger meat and diapers in the same shopping center. You can in Malibu. And the reason why you can is because Theodore's in the wrong shopping center. It shouldn't be there. The wine bar's in the wrong shopping center. You shouldn't have a wine bar next to a Subway. I mean, where does that exist? But for Malibu, because of the constrained retail space. So what's going to happen when La Paz gets built? Yeah, it'll be a beautiful high-end center. And it can be that because you can charge the rents for it out here, and that's why they can develop with the floor area ratio that we have. But what's going to happen over time is the high-end retailers that are in the shopping centers that they shouldn't be in will migrate to the high-end center, opening up opportunities for service-oriented retail in the shopping centers that they should be, which are typical. You have your dry cleaning, your bank, your shoe repair guy, your video store, all the things that most communities have that our community doesn't have. And we used to have. We lost over time because they just can't afford the rents. Rents are no different than any other commodity. It is the law of supply and demand. The more supply you have, the lower the cost is. It's just competition. So the more supply we have, the more downward pressure you're going to have. We need some vacancies in Malibu. You know, we don't have any vacancies. Office rents are high. I mean, office rents are obscene in Malibu. There's nowhere to go. I'm sure we all have friends who have businesses out of their houses, who might like to be out of the house, who might like to get away from the constraints that you have in a household setting to have an office. But the realities are you can't afford it because there is no vacancy. So it is supply and demand. The more supply we have, there will be a downward pressure on rents, which will enable us to have in Malibu the types of services that can't afford the high-end rents. It's my understanding that at one time there was a specific plan for this area of Malibu that was the product of lots of consultants getting together and coming up with a plan that would work best for Malibu. And it was the Spanish-style motif, similar to the Adamson House and similar to Serra Retreat. And that's the style that they have chosen for this particular property, which is consistent with, at one time, what they wanted for a specific plan. I mean, you hear government officials today talk about we want to do a specific plan for Malibu. Well, for that area of Malibu, well, it was done once. And it's my understanding that this project is exactly consistent with what they originally wanted. So if they go back and do it again, this will be a perfect example of what they want there in Malibu. Consistent with the Adamson House, keeping with that old-style Spanish look. They're going to reuse the water. They're going to use it for the landscaping. They're going to use it for the toilets, and they're going to have. It's kind of similar to what they're doing in Legacy Park. The whole idea about cleaning up water and reusing the water. It's an incredibly. The whole project is done top notch. They've cut no corners. The building materials are beautiful. The styling is beautiful. The fact that you got 80% of your property is landscaped is beautiful. The signage is beautiful that I saw on the plan itself. The technology for the wastewater, the technology for reusing the water. It's a poster child for what real retail development should be in environments that are ecologically sensitive, like Malibu. La Paz will be a wonderful addition to the city of Malibu.